Welcome to or welcome back to the channel, whichever one it is, I don't mind, I'm just glad you're here. We're at Lankelly Rugby Club over near Foy in Cornwall for the annual Spearfishing Cartel Spearfishing competition. It's quite a big event, there's loads going on. We've got here early to help Matt set everything up, and we've got my van I'll be staying in. We've got Paul's motorhome there, absolute wagon, and we've got Matt's Luton van over there. There'll probably be a few more vans later on as well, but those particular two vans, Paul's and Matt's, over the last few months we've actually done a fair bit of work on both of them. Paul's needed solar panels. He only had a leisure battery in there, and it was just for powering lights, which wasn't enough, because when he's got the kids there and they want to play Xbox and stuff like that, it just wasn't enough. So we planned on just putting some solar panels on. When we saw that battery, it just wasn't man enough, so we put a whole new solar panel system in there, and I tried to film it as best as I could. I wasn't the best at filming it, going to be completely honest with you. But yeah, here's what happened with that anyway. Welcome back to Amateur Hour with Ads. This is Paul. You've probably seen Paul a lot of times on my channel actually.
Hi guys.
So what we're going to do now, we're going to put two leisure batteries in here. These wires are going to get extended. We're going to bend that one off. In here, this is a TV aerial. We're going to push that out, run the cables down through it, MPPT in here, wires down through there, through the floor, out through, charging these leisure batteries, and that's the plan. No, so have a chicken. Let's give you the rundown. We managed to get we got the thing on the roof, as you saw, wired it all in. It seemed like everything was working. It wasn't. It's one of those really stupid mistakes. Just thought green meant go. So I flicked the switches on, and then there was power there. Oh, there you go.
All working.
Sorted. So how long's it been in for now, Paul? About 3 months, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Couldn't do without it.
So since you've had the solar then, Paul?
Yes. So my little boy can play on his Xbox. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
But it powers, I've got an inverter down there, and that's is it 2000 watt inverter? It powers everything that I need it to, TV, whatever I need. It's great.
Sick. It's an entirely new system because I didn't want to try tapping into the existing system in the van, because I would have balled something up definitely, but I'm glad it works.
Big difference.
Next thing we're doing is the diesel heater, but we're not doing that today because we got this going on. Well, there's nothing going on at the minute because no one here, but yeah.
It'll be banging. I think there's over 100 people coming.
Over 100, yeah, it should be good. I'm excited about it actually. The annual Cartel Ranch Spearfishing Rodeo. Because of its association with some of the biggest names in the sport, it's able to offer the best prizes of any spearfishing competition in the entire country. There's varied categories and a different way of scoring. Point system in this competition is absolutely fantastic, but I'll go into that a bit more later on. The absolutely awesome Flint Clothing had a trade stand at the event this year. They offered prizes as well as discounts on their stand. I can't praise these guys enough. I'll put a link in the description to their website. It's absolutely brilliant gear. All sorts of bits and pieces, definitely worth checking them out. So do you see what I've done there? What I've actually done is incorporated some van content into a spearfishing video. Don't hate me for it. Spearfishing has been a massive mainstay for me. You've probably seen me do a couple of bits and pieces on the channel. Lately I've been trying to get in as much as possible while the summer's good, and I wouldn't have met these guys if it wasn't for spearfishing. I wouldn't be sober if it wasn't for spearfishing. It's a long story. I won't go into it right now, but what I will go into is Matt's Luton. We're going to go over there, but while I walk from here to there, why don't we have a little bit of a look of how Matt's Luton came to be. Now again, I haven't filmed much. I've done what I could, and basically whenever we've done anything on Matt's van, it's just been a case of just mess-assing about. So yeah, this is Matt's Luton. So basically, when he got the Luton, as you could probably see from the montage about Matt's van, this is how it is now. So he's got it pretty much how he wants it. Now, before I show you everything, don't judge. There's still some bits to do, but if you just imagine two complete absolute novices going at it with nothing but, well, he had the idea. We fitted it once, he ripped it all back out, fitted it all again, and to be honest, it's hellish comfy in here. So that's the bed area up there. We've taken a bit of the ceiling down because there were some bits that we had to do under there, but that's all getting dealt with. So that's the bed area up there. That's going to be the bathroom area. At one stage, this was a lot further out this way, and there was some dead space there, so we've moved everything back that way. Underneath here is, well, at the moment it's just everything's chucked in there, but that's where his batteries are, and so much storage space is unreal. I'm actually jealous of how much storage is under there. So he's got his kitchen area. Weirdly, he'll be like, oh yeah, I couldn't have done it. All I did was the wiring, not gonna lie. I did absolutely nothing else. I think I built one of these boxes. He's done absolutely everything himself, and his method of building is a million miles away from what my method of building is. Matt just likes to just offer stuff up and cut it out, and it seems to have worked for him. It's worked really well. So he's just got some insulation to do on the door over here. He's got some bits to fill in up the top there, and then after that it's just fluff. Just make it look nice. The floor's great. And the kitchen area, that all needs boxing in and stuff like that. The trouble is, Matt's been incredibly busy. This whole entire event is all Matt. Matt did, he's organised this from the ground up, and it's, with all the other spearfishing events that go on, they're good, but this one seems to be a little bit more, it's more of a vibe, I'd say. I'm not just saying that because he's my mate, but more of a party vibe, I'd say. So yeah, so this is Matt's van. Matt's been incredibly busy today. Do you reckon if I steal one of his hats, just wear it? Do you think he'll notice? Just start wearing his hat out there. I'm not going to do that. It's kind of like putting somebody else's kecks on, isn't it? I'm not just going to start wearing his hat around. So yeah, so the evolution of Matt's Luton. The evolution of the Luton. And there we go. So now that's done, you've got some van life content. Now you can enjoy some fish. Right, so by the time it gets to editing this, I've probably made some bits about fish and all of that sort of stuff, but I just want to run you through exactly how this spearfishing competition is going to go down. So, in usual spearfishing competitions, what normally happens is you get judged on the size of your fish. It's usually the biggest and heaviest fish wins. The problem with that is if there's good prizes to be won, there is a chance sometimes that people might shoot 3, 4, 5 fish and choose the 2 biggest and bring them in. Which I'm not one to judge, it's not my place to say anything, but Matt didn't want that. What Matt wanted was a point system. So if you shoot a 42 centimetre fish, that's the same amount of points as a 52 centimetre fish. It's a bass, you get a certain amount of points for it. I can't remember off the top of my head how many points you get. But in the UK, you can only land 2 fish. So if you shoot 2 bass, it's in your best interest to keep those 2 legal bass and go about trying to shoot some other fish and some other species. With that said, he didn't want to shoot any species or any species shot that you wouldn't normally shoot. So in other competitions, sometimes they do a thing about bag weight. So however, like the maximum, whoever's shot the biggest amount in weight of fish. Now there's a fish called a wrasse. I don't know if you've ever heard of a wrasse, but it's a slow growing fish. They're not very delicious. There's a few different recipes that you can do with them, but all in all, they're not very good eating. But in other competitions in the past, they have been known to be shot en masse and just weighed in, and then nothing's really done with the fish after that. Matt didn't want that. He wants this competition to be a bit more of a sustainable deal. That's awesome. And what he also added is a most litter gathered. And that was won by a couple of kids who they basically cleaned the beach up massive bag of, and it doesn't matter it doesn't really matter, does it? That's a bag of rubbish off the beach, and they want a prize for that. So that's a win, no matter how you look at it. There's several different categories, from boat divers, shore divers, and all those sorts of things. I won't go into what that all means because most of the people watching this won't be into spearfishing. I'm just literally trying to bounce off the edge of the whole thing so that you get more of a rough idea of why this competition is different and why it's better, more sustainable than most other spearfishing competitions. I'm actually going in with Riley and Dan tomorrow morning. That Riley's the youth entry. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully Riley's going to get something, hopefully Dan will get something, hopefully I'll get something, but it's really just for just to see what Riley's going to do. Basically, I'm not the best at spearfishing, I've got to be completely honest, but I just love it. I absolutely love being in amongst the fish. Hopefully I've put a reel in somewhere, some kind of mix up of some of the fish that I've seen. I just love being in. So over the years, since Matt's been organising this competition, the food and everything else has been provided by him. Me personally, given the quality of the food that's been here before, he could probably afford to charge more than that. I mean, this is a great event. This is shaping up to be something really special. Hopefully by the time we get to do this, because I'm not going to be doing any more recording of this weekend because I'm going to be quite busy. In fact, if you want to know more about spearfishing in the UK, you want to know more about this event in specific, I know that Field Sports Britain have been interviewing people here today. Field Sports Britain is a great YouTube channel that covers all aspects of country pursuits in the UK. So I'll leave a link to that video by the time I've got around to editing this. That video should be out, so I'll leave a link to that, and I'll write down at what point, because there'll be loads of stuff in that video. I'll write down at what point the spearfishing bit kicks in, and you can check that out. They've just been interviewing Matt now, and then the OSM boat showed up, so I don't know if they're interviewing him again, but I know that they're going to be interviewing a few people, so it's definitely worth checking that out. My videos are going to be changing format from now on. I'm going to be trying to vlog stuff a little bit more readily. I'm going to stop remaking stuff, stop retaking stuff, stop recording 150 versions of the same freaking sentence, because I'm finding it really difficult to edit videos, real challenging to try to put videos together when I've just been... you could probably see in this video, I don't know what the montages are going to be like, but doing Paul's van and doing Matt's van, we got so much video, but none of it made any sense. Sometimes I missed... Sometimes there was no volume, sometimes there was no sound, sometimes I had it on time warp. I was just, because I've not got my head on it and I'm too busy doing other stuff, I just lost concentration and focus when it came to videoing it. So hopefully I've managed to put something together of those two things, but yeah. So my videos changing format from now on. I'm just going to be vlogging what I do in the week and putting those videos up, hopefully once a week. Hopefully they're interesting, hopefully there's something worth watching. My life consists of lots of different things, and trying to choose specific parts that are going to be YouTube video worthy is you know, it's difficult. So I'm just going to film everything I do. If it doesn't work, no problem, leave some comments and stuff like that. And if it's not what everybody wants to see, I got to be honest, I just enjoy making videos, and I need to get back to enjoying making the video. And if that means simplifying it and just recording what I'm doing and trying to come up with a video that way, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop boring you now because I've got stuff to go and do. Matt's feeding 100 odd people today with a deer and some donated sausages and some other bits and pieces. The guy is an actual legend. I just want to say before I finish this video, by the way, for this event, well done. You definitely deserve a pat on the back, and I really hope that I could be a part of it next year. For people like me who love spearfishing but aren't that good at it, this is actually really accessible, and you've opened it up to a lot of people. So you might be my mate, and it might sound like I'm blowing smoke up your ass, but congratulations on this. It's a wonderful event. So many people showing up. Everybody seems to be, because the level, the playing field's been leveled, and everybody seems to be getting on much better because of it, because everybody's on the same, I don't want to say in the same boat because that's a really shit pun, but everybody's on the same level playing field, and that's a brilliant thing that you've done. So well done. So I'm going to go and do some bits, and I will catch you in the next video, and hopefully it's going to be entertaining. But I love you very much. Thanks for your patience. I'll see you soon. Take care. Love you all. Be good to each other and stay safe. Love you lots. Bye.